Hi there and welcome to this video tutorial on data visualization and discover the art and science of data visualization. In this video, we'll explore the power of turning raw data into compelling visual stories. So we'll cover topics like choosing the right chart or chart type like bar charts, line chart, pie charts, and more, and effective use of color in design and how to make your visuals visually appealing and easy to understand. So I have here the data. For example, let's make a chart for this. So we need to insert data. For example, this line chart. So to make it more visually appealing, so you can change this into picture like this. So for female, so you can see the data or the graph or the chart, I mean, is more appealing. So for example, let's change this national capital region into 90, 80. So the national capital region change, as you can see, and we have here also population for male, for the income like peso, and the savings. So you can change this like to 80 population. So you can see the biggest population is the Calabarzon. So by using this data visualization effectively, we can transform raw data into meaningful insights and communicate those insights to others in a clear and compelling way. So thank you for watching and welcome to this video tutorial on measures of central tendency and dispersion using Microsoft Excel. Have you ever wondered how to summarize and understand a large dataset? That's where the statistical measures come in. In this video, we'll explore different ways to describe the center and spread of your data. We'll cover topics like measures of central tendency, and these are the mean, median, and mode. These tell us where the data is clustered. Next is measure of dispersion, which are range, variance, and standard deviation. These show us how spread out the data is. By the end of this video, you'll be able to understand the concepts of mean, median, mode, range, variance, and standard deviation, and calculate these measures for your own datasets. So let's get started and dive into the world of statistical measures. So we will encounter series of formulas in Microsoft Excel. So first is let's find out the total. In finding the total, the formula is equal sign, sum, open parentheses, and let's highlight this column. So it's the range from row 6 to 22, close parentheses, and enter. So in order for us to have the formula on the other column, let's copy and paste the formula, or else for easy way, we can drag it to the right. So we have the results for total. For the purpose of total is to calculate the sum of all values in a specified range. Second is we will find out what's the mean for this data. So in order for us to find the mean, the formula is equals average, open parentheses. So again, let's highlight this data and enter. So to make it easy, we need to drag it to the right. So we have now the results for mean. So the purpose is to find the sum of all values divided by the number of values. So the third is the median. So the formula in finding the median is equals median, open parentheses, again, just like uh, in total and mean, in finding total and mean, let's highlight this down and enter. So again, let us move it to the right. Copy the formula on the other column. So that's it. Next, calculate or to find out. Before that, the purpose of median is to determine the middle value in dataset. Fourth is mode. So in finding the mode, the formula is equal sign mode, open parentheses. Let's do it again. The range, close parentheses, and enter. So let's move to the right. So the purpose of this mode is to identify the most frequently occurring values in a dataset. So as you observe, we don't have mode in this data or in this column because they are not, we don't have occurring values in this dataset. So next is the range. So the range is belongs to the measures in dispersion. So this statistic measure and how the spread out of data is. So in finding the range, the formula is equals max or the maximum range. So open parentheses. So let's have this data again. Close parentheses subtracted to its minimum mean. Open parentheses. And let's have this data again. Close parentheses. So we'll have now the mean, the range rather. So the purpose of this is to calculate the difference between the largest and smallest value. So let's drag it again to the side. So that's it. Next is the standard deviation. So standard deviation, the formula for that is equals standard STDEV. So we need to use P for population. Open parentheses. And again, let's have this data. So that's it. We have the standard deviation, which is the purpose of this is to measure the average deviation from the mean. So copy this. Okay. Next is the variance. So in finding the variance, we have the formula of equals var. Again, that P since we are using population. Open parentheses. And this column again. Enter. So we have now the result for variance, which is it calculates the squared average deviation from the mean. So that's it. Hi there and welcome to this video tutorial on Jamovi. So let's get started and discover the power of Jamovi. First, let's have our data. So this data was the same that we used in computing in Microsoft Excel earlier so that we can compare the results in the end. So first, we need to do is to copy the data and paste in the Jamovi. So we now have this data. Let's copy this one and let's paste it in Jamovi. So we now have the data in Jamovi. So next is we have to name this column or all of these columns. So we'll double click this one and change the name of the column. So this is region. So since this column are nominal, so we need to remain it in the measure type as nominal. So next is this column. We name this as population. And this type of our measure type is this is continuous. Next column is the land area. Land area. Again, this is continuous. So the last column is density. Again, this is continuous. Okay. So after that, we all have that data. We need to click analysis and exploration and click these descriptives to have the result. So we have the data and population. So we need this land area and the density and move it these variables here. So we now have the data. So we if you want to add more data in that, so you need to uncheck or check this. So if you don't want to see this missing, so uncheck the missing. And if you have to, or if you want to add the mode and the sum, the variance and the range, so you have that also. So we have now the data or the results of the data. So we can compare it to the result in our Excel earlier. This one. So this total, if we look at in the Jamovi, so that is our sum. Let's compare it. So it's the same for the mean. So the Jamovi can view all the numbers. So the numbers are limited. So maybe we can change the number format. Here. See? So if we look at the mean, the result here for the population is 59 and 5 million rather. So in mean 5 million. So that's the end of this video and thank you for watching.